Potent sulfate used will ensure biological matter in the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved, ready for disposal. Please follow safety precautions. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the solution process. Always use the regulated amount of solid regardless of the amount or volume being dispersed. Disposed of. Oh boy.
What in God's name is this place?
Just a waste of government funding. It's like a jelly bean with a face. Ow. Goes my shoulder. There's the vaccine that if I don't grab, I feel like Nikolai.
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do. I don't think the wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through.
I would just pull out the gun and shoot him in the head.
But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll record it all and sell the combat art. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
God, I can't wait to put a bullet in your head. Well, if anything from three Nemesis kills him, so. I don't know about this one, though. Hey, friend. I don't know if I want to use the Magnum. Whoa! Watch where you're swinging that thing.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay. Let me spot for you.
Good
No,
idea.
go after Nikolai, or whatever his name is. Fuck that guy.
Watch it, you've got company.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I have no ammo.
He's hiding behind take 8. Number 8. Now, rip that fucker apart.
Damn it, not the time. Alright.
Here comes some more. He's hiding behind take 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Get off me. No. Oh, I tried to. I tried to dodge. Ah, no, he's eating me again. No. I'm okay, though. Jill, extremely resilient Valentine is my name.
Got some more incoming.
Why is it so zoomed in?
Number 3.
Jeez, hell, I barely need Carlos to spot. I figured it out. Ow. Wanted to dodge. I can't get out of that fast enough.
Here comes some more.
Carlos, you want to drop ammo?
Number 6.
I mean, I clearly see him.
I got this. Not what I intended to hit. But I'll take it.
Ow. Gonna die here, Carlos. I mean, I can't believe he hit me, and I was still in the process of getting up. I couldn't move. That was fair. Seems fair. Well, this is type the match we're about to have, which I kind of figured would the box and everything. I don't need you. I like that. I was gonna say, I'm like, I like if I just stored that. I'm gonna need my first aid spray. We're gonna lose that spot anyway, and there's one on the ground somewhere. Ooh, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, but we can do it. We're gonna do it. I'll figure it out. I had a hard time doing the boss battle against Nemesis with the whole, wait for the railgun in the original. Oh, come on. I'm trying to find the dodging sweet spot. That time I was reloading, so I couldn't. There, he's dead.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
Carlos, is that you?
Watch it, you've got company.
Just looking for ammo and stuff again.
He's hiding behind tank 7. Now, rip that fucker apart.
Ah, where'd you come from, you bitch? Eat that. And knockout.
Number 5. I got this. Not what I intended to hit. But I'll take it.
Hey, right, couple in your dome. Just for good measure. Ow.
Give up. I think he's on his last legs.
Better be.
Got some more incoming. On your right.
I was gonna say, it would help if you told me. Oh, you didn't tell me it was jumping down, though. It's 2 shells. Why are you reloading forever? Man, I am literally hitting everything just to fucking dodge, and she just won't move. Oh my god.
Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Come on. Come on.
Jill, get back!
What's the combat data gonna have on this one? A guy with a crane helped. flipped him off.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
No, you just splashed cold water on his face. He's gonna wake up.
Okay, I'll meet you up ahead.
You know, Jill was already having a rough night sleeping.
Nikolai, where did you go?
Prior to all this.
I have to get that vaccine back.
And now she's just been through hell, not really sleeping other than when she was infected, and then only just for her to have a nightmare. Bring the knife with me, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. Oh yeah, I think that's on the railgun. I assume that's still a part in this. Oh my god. I do get frustrated at myself more than the game, but it's like, I don't know. There's so many games that have different dodge mechanics, so I'm not used to this dodge mechanic of having to be a little more on time, like a parrying system. It's like sometimes it's right before the attack, sometimes right when it's at me, and sometimes it just happens.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No, 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 no. You print money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun.
God damn it. How? How do you become this? Why can't it die?
Have you ever seen anything so incredible?
He looked like he was just trying to figure out what to say.
But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Nikolai!
Jill!
Go after Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
I'm thinking about my puss and get to that vaccine, goddammit.
Just so you know, this is the last fucking time.
Opening compartment.
Now we're talking.
Give me this, you fucking piece of shit. Ah!
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Damn, it needs power.
Glad I have time to put this heavy son of a bitch back. Don't hit me, 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 don't hit me. Ow, I said don't hit me. No, Jill. You're getting punched. Okay, or I'll just get killed. Well, she did say that. Oh, God. She did say this was the last time. You know, it's funny, too. I was like, this is the railgun room. Then realized, oh.
Opening compartment.
Now we're talking.
No, you motherfucker. You know, I do miss Nemesis in his basic form. Where's your overwhelming pain?
Two power sources remaining.
He's gotta keep doing it while he's down. Luckily, in the original, it just kept firing. It was more so having to keep him in that one spot.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Put him right back on his ass, and he's gonna fucking eat this thing now.
All power sources activated. Powering
You think
up.
I don't know how to fuck you up?
Because I do. Eat it! I like how there's still power in it.
Come on!
Suck on it.
Take the fucking hit!
And then the fucking railgun just lands on her, kills her. It's like, oh, shit. I'm gonna need a long shower.
Riddance.
Anything this way? Oh, this way. I was gonna go through the hole. I didn't think it was actually this way.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine.
Well, Princess returned. We finally killed Nemesis with a giant railgun. You know, things are good. Now to go after Nikolai.
I can still catch him.
I can heal. I have a bunch of these. I like how I wear my badge, too.
Oh no.
God damn it.
You're not going to stop.
Mm.
Promised you this, didn't
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
I? No, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to rubber.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
If only Chris Redfield was here, he'd be pissed. But this is all we got. We have Carlo. Carlos, who's not exactly that great. Alright, now he's great.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't. I'll hit you.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way. Take
Carlos!
That was really shaky and tough to do.
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell you, if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Man, in Resident Evil 3, he gets murdered, but this time we just get to leave him.
Jill, you alright?
There it is.
Raccoon City! No! Yep, the entire city of Raccoons, the entire Raccoon City was
Finally
nuked.
over.
So long, RC. I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them, once and for all.
We've done it! We beat Resident Evil 3! Oh man, I definitely enjoyed it. Even if, yeah, one-handed clap time. I enjoyed it, even if people bitched, and it's like, yeah, $60 for it being kind of a 5 to 6 hour game, but to be honest, what original Resident Evil games were, you could beat the original in 3 to 5 hours if you know what you're doing. It's not super long, so it's like there was only so much they could really do in this to retell a lot of it without stretching it a little too long or to drag it on. They definitely cut out some parts that weren't in the original and then, you know, for the most part, enhanced a lot of the original places as well. Some people speculate that this could have probably been longer or a little bit more improved if they did work on the multiplayer, because there's the multiplayer aspect, which to some degree I enjoy the multiplayer, even if it's very simple. But then again, I like the whole co-op aspect / against like a mastermind thing. It's kind of fun. If done well, it would be really good. It definitely has a lot of tweaks it needs. But overall, this was fun. I enjoyed it. And I think from what I heard, they're working on Resident Evil 8 next. I don't think they're going to be doing any more remakes, or if they do, they have one more remake in the tank. Literally, the only one out... I'm trying to think, like, they could do Resident Evil 0. They could literally remake the entire mansion incident of Resident Evil 1. Or they could remake Resident Evil Code Veronica with Claire and that other guy that's in that one that I fucking don't remember who the hell it even is in that one. You know, those are the ones I could see being remade. People want 4 to be remade, which, again, it'd be cool to see Resident Evil 4 remade on this, like, engine with the graphics and stuff like that. And maybe a slight change and alterations to the story. But 4 is still pretty modern. I feel like remaking these older ones are better, but I wouldn't be fine. I'd be fine if they did a Resident Evil 4, 5, and all that, but called them like Resident Evil 4 retelling or something instead of remake, because I feel like there needs to be some story changes or fixes in the game. Because after 4, it kind of it derails a lot. Like Chris is in like Europe fighting Wesker. I don't know. I think it needs to be kind of adjusted again. Because all of a sudden Jill is in 5, controlled by Wesker. I mean, they explain why and what happens, but it's kind of all over the place, and it's just ridiculous. So, I don't know. I would like to see the story kind of fleshed out and like straightened out a little bit more, and in like other games. But I don't know. Resident Evil 8 was made, or is being made, and if it's gonna continue off of 7, I have no fucking clue where that's going, because Resident Evil 7 was first person. It had nothing really to do with the Resident Evil series other than the fact that there was Umbrella, a virus, and the fact that Chris Redfield was mentioned at the end of it, which again is a character from the original and Resident Evil 5 and in the movies of Resident Evil. I don't know what they did with 6. Resident Evil 6 has literally like 7 or like 4 campaigns. You play as Leon, you play as Chris's campaign, you play as Sherry and Albert Wesker's son, and then you play as Ada, and it's like a bunch of campaign shit wrapped into one, with them meeting in the middle at some points where it would like go to a 4-player co-op and weird shit. So 6 is all over the place. That's why I said I wouldn't mind if they just erased what 5 and 6 did and tweaked it. I mean, I liked 5 and the idea of Albert Wesker, but again, some parts of it with the characters and stories were just all over the place. And like I said, a lot of people complain that Resident Evil 7 should be renamed because Resident Evil 7 literally wasn't a Resident Evil game. It was a complete change. It was a completely different game. Like, they did go back to survival horror, I guess, in the sense, but it was the monsters. I mean, that's the Japanese version. That's Biohazard. Resident Evil is what we get it in the Western side. Like, our side of things. Just many games do that. It's just Resident Evil 7, which they started calling more like Biohazard a little more often, but Resident Evil 7 just was not a Resident Evil game. Like, survival horror with, I don't know, it's like first person I was fine with. It's just the story itself was a completely random protagonist, a completely random story of characters that had nothing to do with Resident Evil, and a whole, like, infection / weird shit that was all from a little girl or something / older girl, I don't know. All from this creation, which was, I guess, made from Umbrella. It was completely unlike anything from Resident Evil. In a good and in a bad way. The little bit that I played of it, I didn't care much for the combat. Shooting things like the monsters, because there weren't really zombies. They were just weird mutated mushes of fucking creatures of like whatever the hell that just stood up on 2 legs coming after you, and it just felt kind of, I don't know, arcadey, I guess. The way it felt shooting them, it didn't feel satisfying to actually hit them when you shot at them. And some of the parts and moments of that game were a little silly. So, I don't know. We'll see what they do with 8. It could be their new direction that they want to go. Who knows? But, like I said, who knows? They've also done Resident Evil Revelations. Again, there's a lot of like different variants and side stories of Resident Evil. It's all over the place. Who knows? We might get more Jill down the line. It'd be cool to see. Gotta see, because I died 11 times and saved 34 times, so I suck. And it took me 4.5 hours. Clear time, even though it says my total play time was 5 hours. Well, Jill is in 5. I don't know if Jill was fully in 6. I don't remember. 5, Jill was in because she was controlled by Wesker. Chris and her teamed up. But again, a lot of that stuff is just all over the place, because it's like, you see Jill here, you don't see Jill until 5. I don't know. I kind of think they just want to retell everybody's stories, their character stories, because it's kind of all over the place. It's like, there's a lot of jumps that are just like, they're here now. And after playing these and seeing how the characters act and respond in this game and in Resident Evil 2, I kind of feel like their personalities and the way they are should be a little bit different than what they've done in the other Resident Evil games. The shop has been unlocked. You can now purchase items from the shop, which is accessible via the main menu. Points that you've unlocked in the items are to complete in-game challenge. So now I can get Star's gear from Star's costume for her. Recovery item. More hit pouch. Will not be available in assistant mode. This would exceed the maximum so you get all this stuff. Oh, the hot dogger. Bye, princess. I'm getting off anyway, so you enjoy your stream. Samurai Edge. The unlimited ammo. The MUP handgun's terrible from what I know from the online. That's cool, though, that you can get these things, because I feel like if you want to do the hardest difficulty with these, just get the rocket launcher that's unlimited. It's cool, though. And then if I want to unlock the harder difficulty, I'd have to do hardcore, then there's nightmare, then there's inferno. But there you have it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I enjoyed it, even if people felt like it was a little underwhelming. Maybe not as good as 2, but then again, 2 had the mercenaries with the whole mercenaries thing, I think it was, or whatever it is, with Hunk and all them. It had 2 playthroughs worth of stuff, because you do Leon and then you do Claire, vice versa. And then this one is just literally Jill with some Carlos stuff thrown in. It's not like 2 separate playthroughs. The only reason you play it again is to do the harder difficulties or achievement hunting or something along those lines. So for 5-6 hours, yeah, might be a little bit rough for $60. Might be better to wait for a sale if you're pinching, you know, penny pinching here. But if you don't care about that and this is more of a nostalgic thing for you, or it's a, you know, or you understand the idea of where it's coming from. Like, again, the old Resident Evils weren't long, and I feel like this was kind of the perfect pacing at times. I think for the most part, everything felt pretty smooth. I know people complained that it paced really weird because it was, like, really crazy off the bat. Then it kind of slows down to, you know, it's tedious, grab this, do this, run here thing. But kind of how it was in some of the Resident Evil games. You really didn't have anything happen until you finally got the equipment you were going for. So, overall, I had fun with it, despite people having its issues, but that's just my opinion. It's definitely really fun, and I had a lot of good times with it. And I don't know where they'll go from here with remakes, other than Zero, original, if they want to do the original one again, or because they did remastering of Zero, or 1 and 0, which they're both good. Like, that's a good way to remaster it by keeping it simple, old-style gameplay. It's still good. But if they wanted to retell or do the cutscenes or add things or remove things they didn't like from the originals, they could always do that. Then Code Veronica stuff. I still got to beat the original Resident Evil. I know how it ends and stuff like that. I just never fucking played and beat it all the way through. I keep getting stuck for some reason. We did 2 original, and then we did 3 original not too long ago. We did 3 original right before this. 2 original happened during October. I think the next time I play Resident Evil, it may be either the original. I might say screw it, play Code Veronica, because that's one of the ones I've really never played, other than I think I played it one time way back before I started streaming, and I got to a point where I was just stuck. But then again, when I played it when I was younger, I didn't understand the concept of just running away from zombies. I'd fight everyone. But if we do an originals, older style Resident Evil game / like the old school camera controls, like the old fixed cameras, I may or may not play that on an easier difficulty, just because, you know, older style games are a little bit harder by default. And just for the sake of not wanting to be trapped forever, I don't really like to take too long on those games like that. I don't want to be stuck. Plus, you know, I don't want my own inability to do something ruin the experience of the game. That was kind of why I went easy mode in 3, even though 3 and Resident Evil 3 easy mode just gives you everything. Like, right off the bat, you get the Magnum, you get this case that lets you carry 3 med kits without taking up slots. You get, fucking the thing that helps you use gunpowder to make even more ammo out of the gunpowder. And you get the, or I think that's how you have to make gunpowder, to be honest, in that one. I don't remember. What else? There was, I know you, and you get a shit ton of ammo. I think I had like 200 to 400 pistol rounds, even though the pistol instantly sucks after a while, and I had over 200 shotgun rounds, I think, because on top of, I think, the extra powder and stuff that they give you in the difficulty. So it was just a lot. And I still struggled. Also, I had a dying GameCube, so that didn't help, because my GameCube kept having errors when we were playing that. So it was that. But yeah, overall, or I guess that would be the idea of what I do for Resident Evil down the line. If I'm going to play them, I might just play the easy style, maybe normal. It depends. I think Resident Evil 3 said easy or hard, and I think hard was just normal. But if there's a normal, I'm going to take it usually. But if it's just between easy or hard, I'm just going to do easy. I don't like to be hard. But yeah, that'll be probably an idea I'll do down the line. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. People who watch on YouTube, thank you for watching. And maybe you might see some multiplayer down the line. Just for shits and giggles. It might already be up during this playthrough. I might upload it already. Because I don't care. I just want to. I don't know if I'll upload it, but I may come back to this for shits and giggles and play on a harder difficulty just for a stream or 2 down the line, because I, want to play a little bit more, just because even though it was short, I still had fun time, and I think it'd be interesting to try it on a harder difficulty, even though that's a bad idea. You guys watched, I could not dodge. Only towards the end, I kind of got lucky on some things, but I literally could not dodge. I think there's something in this that helps you. I don't know if it's, was it in here? Yeah, this. Perfect dodges become easier to perform. I would have to carry this to get through it because I fucking suck. Unless I want to get things to help me get it right away, or get this thing. This was the increase the ammo crafting, because that would come in handy. But it would be fun to try like a hard difficulty without the extra stuff. But of course I can't dodge and I suck. But yeah, until next time, thank you for watching.